it's Dr. George here for Tucked In Tuesdays. And so go ahead. I didn't put this in the comments. I'm going to change my color under my screen a little bit. I'm going to put this color. That's a nice color. So, hi, Mike. You're always there. Hi, Mike. How are you? So, Mike, I have a surprise. And those of you that are coming on, I haven't done this in a while because it takes a little work, but I have the author of both books. So, the other one is coming on, and welcome back to school. Actually, Mike, the kids come back Monday. I know you like the blue color, Mike. It's just for you. It's not the right blue. Hi, Kylie. How's the weather in London? Oh, my goodness. I wish I was there. So I'm going to bring out the first author now. Hi,
Lisa. Hi, good evening.
How are you? So I haven't had an author on in maybe since February.
Oh, wow.
And so things got really, really busy and I didn't. She said it's been sunny all day in London. So Lisa, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am a children's author. This is my second book you'll be reading tonight. And I was born and raised in Raleigh, North Carolina, with Garner, actually. And I graduated UNC Wilmington. I was a probation officer for several years and stopped doing that to manage bands and to start writing. And so I have two children, Matthew and Megan. Matthew passed away, unfortunately, but Megan is with us, and she has two little children, Jaden and Everly, who are my muses. So,
well, look on the screen. Look at the bottom of the screen.
Oh, are they there? Oh, there they are. Hi, Jaden and Everly. Hi, sweethearts. Oh, yeah, they are the reason this second book exists.
I can't wait. And you have a shout out from Mike.
Oh, hi, Mike. Thank you. I went to about 10 church trying to see what matched in the background, you know?
Be fine. And hi, Sarah and Melanie. Hello. They're watching.
Hi,
so
Sarah,
we do
Melanie.
have another, and hi, Brandis Darcy. And hi, Doctor. Hi, Sarah and Hank. So Sarah and Hank. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. So we get lots of shout outs, more shout outs when I have my author friends on here. So I have two books. The first one is the Feel Good Alphabet book. Okay. So this is her book. What was the title of your first book?
The first one is actually, I've got it, The Moonlight Dancer. And you read it in 2019. This is it.
Yes. I remember that one.
And it's written by myself and my son, Matthew. We wrote that together.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love
and you actually dressed up like a mouse.
I'm a panda bear. Oh, that night. I'm a panda tonight.
You dressed up like a mouse with you had a couple other people with you and you read my book.
Yes.
A little bit. Right.
That was Amelia and Connie.
Oh, hi.
That's Ava, Ari, and Pop Pop. Yes. Ava, Ari, and Pop Pop. So there's Miss Lisa. So Miss Lisa put a letter in there and she said the story behind the book. I'll read it later. And then, because I don't want to give it away, I haven't read it yet. And I started reading the first sentence and I got choked up. So I said, I better wait. So she gave me this little card here. And then I always, because I don't open the book until that night, it says the Homer Drive Elementary School, Dream Big, Lisa Calhoun, 2021, the Feel Good Alphabet book written by Lisa Calhoun. And I have another letter she wrote to me June 13th, 2021. So I have two letters to why the book and one specifically for me. So that's always really, really neat. So I'll get started with the book. So it's published by Warren Publishing and permission granted by Miss Lisa herself. So here we go. If I were an A, I'd be awesome. I know, always up for adventures, ready, set, go. If I were a B, I'd be beautiful, you see, inside of my heart and when you look at me. This is a feel-good book. I needed this book. If I were a C, I'd be cool and chill, making new friends. Oh, what a thrill. If I were a D, I'd be daring and brave. I'd do something good to help someone else today. If I were an E, I'd be eager to learn, pay attention in school, and wait for my turn. If I were an F, I'd be faithful and true to old friends I know and to friends who are new. Mike said, my last name starts with D, so I am daring. Yes, Mike, you are. If I were a G, I'd be the color of gold and shine like the sun, so bright and so bold. If I were an H, I'd be honest as can be, treating others with respect, just like I want them to treat me. This is such a good book. If I were an I, I'd use my imagination and know I can make tons of creations. If I were a J, I'd jump for joy and land in a pile of my favorite toys. Love that. If I were a K, I'd always be kind. I'd be honest and helpful all of the time. If I were an L, I love everyone, treat them all the same, and have lots of fun. If I were an M, I'd simply be magnificent, celebrating who we are and the things that make us different. If I were an N, I start right now to be a good person and make everyone proud. If I were an O, I'd open my eyes wide and see the world around me from the oceans to the sky. If I were a P, I'd be sweet as pie. I'd always tell the truth and never, ever lie. If I were a Q, I'd make it my quest to get plenty of sleep and do my very best. If I were an R, I'd run all day. I enjoyed lots of sunshine, exercise, and play. I need to hang with R. I like in that area. If I were an S, I'd smile and grin and feel those good feelings shine from within. If I were a T, I'd work together to all I can do and make the world better. Hi, Marzelle. If I were a U, you would be my best friend. We would laugh and play until the daylight ends. If I were a V, I'd be fearless and valiant. I'd face my greatest fear, be brave, and challenge it. Love that. Sarah said, Hank likes to run all day too. Oh my God, how is Hank, Sarah? If I were a W, I know I am worth more than money or anything on this whole wide earth. If I were an X, I'd be an excellent kid and help other children wherever they live. If I were an Y, I'd say yummy, yummy, and eat good things for my hungry little tummy. If I were a Z, I'd try my best to be zappy, which is a super fun way to always be happy. Mike also said my first name starts with the M, so he's also
fantastic.
So he's daring and magnificent. So thank you for sharing my feel-good letters. I hope they help you feel your very best ever. So I always like to ask, and I have a message here from Sarah. Mike says, love the book, and Sarah, Hank likes to run all day. So tell us what motivated you to write this particular book.
Well, first of all, before we go any further, I want to point out one little thing in the book that nobody knows about. It's kind of like a secret little thing. Jordan Wray, that illustrated the book, he had a little blue bird in each page. So it says search and find, and you have to find the little blue bird. It's so cute. Isn't that adorable?
And you know what's the best part? My nickname is Bird. It was meant to be.
There you go. You should have dressed up like a bird today. Yes, little blue bird. Isn't that cute? Jordan did that all by himself. I didn't even notice it till the grandchildren pointed it out to me. But it's a great addition to the book. It's absolutely adorable. So what motivated me to write this book? My mother was a kindergarten teacher, and I grew up with, my dad was an educator also. And when Mama had Alzheimer's and dementia, she would have bad days. She didn't feel good. So I made up a little game. And I was like, Mom, if you were an A and you felt good today, how would you feel? And she'd say, amazing. And I said, okay, if you were a B, how would you feel? So we played this little game. And so I put the little story away for a while. And in the pandemic, I was with my grandchildren, Jaden and Everly, and a couple of other kids that my daughter kept. And I got it back out and I saw how the kids had lost their confidence, how they were struggling with online, education online, just being online, not being with other children in quarantine. And I thought this is going to be a great thing to do. I'm going to get this story out and we're going to write a book. And so they trust me, they were my worst critics. I would come out with a phrase and I'd say, okay, here's what we're going to do with B. And they're like, Grandma, we don't like that. No, that's not very good. And we're kids, we know. So it turned into this beautiful story where each page is different. I wanted to reach out to children and try to help them feel better about themselves and the world around them, and just do something to help them from a book.
I love it. And also another thing, when I read on your letter, well, I'm going to read here, and you told me about your mom with the words and the children, the lockdown, and you completed every letter. How long did it take you to write this book?
5 years. 5 years. Well, I started in 2016 with Mama, doing it, as the little game. And then I kept putting it away, but I kept bringing it back out for some reason. And during the pandemic, I just thought, this is a really good idea. Children can feel better. You can use the alphabet to feel better. Something simple you can use to make yourself feel better, or just to change your attitude, Yeah, so that's what I was trying to do, just to help kids get through the pandemic.
Love it. And I bet you helped a few adults tonight. And Mike said he loved the book. Jada Savette said, what an amazing book. Loved it.
Oh, thank you.
And best book ever. Yay, Grandma. And Lisa, Mike said, are you wearing the blue because of that? The blue bird and the blue shirt?
Well, that's a good thing. But no, I was just trying to find something that fit.
And then Sarah said your book is thoughtful. And Pancho said, what a wonderful backstory. And hello, Miss Duke and Miss Fehrenbacher. So we have a few watching. So the other author, she was coming on. She was trying her best. She still may make it. She may not make it. We're not sure. But I have Jasper and the Elemenopy. I knew exactly how to say it because as a little kid, I said Elemenopy. And my great nephew, when he says his alphabet, he says Elemenopy. Yep. So maybe Laurelle Lewis has the secret to this. So she has a daughter, and her daughter is needing her attention a little bit more than us. But she just popped in like, Laurel, your timing is perfect. So here she is.
Hi.
That's all three of us. That's okay. Perfect timing. So we just read the first book. So we are actually focusing on your book. And I was telling that your little girl just had perfect timing, just like you. And so I said Jasper and the Elemenopy, because I said it too. So I can say this title. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm a mom of 3 children. And I suppose my writing is inspired by my children. All my children are on the autism spectrum and have ADHD. So, anxiety's been a big thing that we've all had to deal with. So that's kind of where Archie the Brave and Jasper came from. I'm also studying makeup. I live in Australia.
That is so sweet. I love you live in Australia. I was trying to get the accent. So somebody gave you a shout out and said #MomLife. So lots of support for you. And then Mike said, welcome. So what time is it there?
It's about 10:30 in the morning.
Oh my goodness, it is 7:46 here. Oh my goodness, that is always the best.
Best that I get the time wrong, and I had to Google it to make sure I wouldn't miss it.
I always send you a reminder. So as I told Lisa, I never read your book until the night of, so I've not opened it. So this is the first time that I'm reading it. So written by Laurelle Lewis and illustrated by Nugraha. What's the last name?
He won't give me his last name. That's her name. I'm like, okay.
That's okay. Wow. Mike said he's an adult with autism and a self-advocate. Would love to connect and network with you.
Yeah, awesome. Hi, Mike.
So Mike,
I'm on Facebook. Inbox me.
Mike comes on every night. So here we go. Jasper and the Elemenopy. I love that title. So here we go. While sitting in the dark on a stormy winter's night, my dad began a tale which gave me quite a fright. He was reading me the alphabet, and waiting in the book was the monster Elemenopy, and I was scared to look. Dad read the letter. A. Pat says, hello from Texas. Imagine all the way to Australia. I know. And hi, Miss Bridget. Which stands for acrobats and atoms, and for astronauts in outer space, too deep and dark to fathom. Next is B for burping babies, black balloons, and bubble gum, and it also stands for bubbles, which can give us lots of fun. Hi, Junior, and good luck starting 3rd grade tomorrow, Junior. Now, C for cracking thunder made me shiver in my chair. So I went to find my furry cat and cuddly teddy bear. Well, D is for my dad, who is the bravest in the storm, while he's calling out to Dexter, dozing softly, safe and warm. The letter E was next, and I was very glad to see that there were no traces of the Elemenopy. E's for elephants with earrings that go dancing on parade, and for emus that saunter on a disco serenade. Love this book.
Oh, that's cute.
So the F for foxes fighting also stands for flinging fur. Fearless foxes, I could hear their noises snap and snarl and roar. With ginormous giants picking pretty flowers, and H can stand for hero saving princesses in the flower. Oh. And the towers, sorry. Well, I is for illusionists performing daring tricks, making people disappear before your eyes so very quick. Then we got to J. J and I was feeling very scared because I can stand for jitters and for creepy jelly critters, so I don't feel quite prepared. Now, K is for koalas, for kangaroos and kites, and I hope this Elemenopy was not inclined to bite. The rain was getting louder. I was holding Teddy tight, and I knew that Elemenopy was not too far from sight. My dad read L aloud, and then I started screaming, no, because every time he said it, I would shrivel up on my toes. When children sing the alphabet, I hate the way it goes.
That alphabet's pretty scary, you know.
Yeah.
In Australia, you have very frightening alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, Elemenopy. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, Elemenopy. My dad just stopped and looked at me and asked me why I was scared. Elemenopy is lurking and I'm worried, I declared. Well, where's the dreaded Elemenopy that leaps out of the book? I couldn't see it anywhere, no matter where I looked. Another crack of thunder made me hide under the covers. I had enough of storms as well as made up scary others. Dad scooped me up and hugged me tight. Some cocoa, he suggested, but then we lost the lights and I was feeling far from rested. Then suddenly I saw the Elemenopys abound with flashing big red eyes and teeth that gnash and grind and pound. I gave a piercing scream, said, Dad, this really is enough. Come on now. Jasper, help me. We'll take care of all this stuff. He's making me panic. I'm panicking reading. Well written. Hi, Kimberly. He lit a candle saying, now let's read the rest and see the way that we can overcome this Elemenopy. Dad warmly smiled at me. We saw the lights had come back on. We noticed that the sounds of rain and thunder were all gone. Now, son, are you all right? My father asked wholeheartedly. Yes, Dad, I said. The alphabet's no longer scaring me. Aww. Then Dad opened up the middle of the book, and I could see that the letters that had scared me were just L-M-N-O-P. I then began to laugh and said, boy, now I feel relieved. I could see then what a crazy notion I had once believed. It's a very cute story, Miss Lewis.
So cute.
Now I saw all sorts of crazy magic things were jumping out, but not a single Elemenopy was flying round about. L-M-N-O-P. My dad then chanted with the chime. L's for llamas and for lollipops and lines that are sublime. And also for line dancers while boot scooting, keeping time. That is my sisters calling me on a group chat with me, little ring. Well, M is for microscopes of scientists so smart and musicians who are mice playing tunes right from the heart. N N's for majestic narwhals that are swimming through the waves. And O would be for opals that are found in deep, dark caves. Now, P could stand for petals on the roses as they fall. We're almost through the alphabet. We've almost said it all. Now for quantum physics helps us travel back in time. And R would be for Robin Hood, a hero in his prime. I'm sorry. I think it stopped. Well, S can stand for Saturn and his many shiny rings. And T can stand for tigers that go roaming in Beijing. Then U could stand for unicorns with rainbow tails and manes, and also for umbrellas that can shield us when it rains. V is for, what is that word?
Versailles, is it?
Versailles. V is for, I always ask my authors, because kids read and they think if they don't know the word, they should stop reading. You can't be embarrassed if you don't know the word. Say it. Yes, V is for Versailles, and you can get there on a train. It's a city that's known for pretty people who are vain.
No.
Right. W is for watermelon and weasels and wacky wigs. X can stand for xylophones played by happy squealing pigs. Now you got to help me with this Y word. Y is for yakadana. Yakadanga?
Yakadanda.
Okay, yakadanga is such a funny sounding town. Wow. Z's for zebras and zoologists and zombies all around. Look at the name of that town.
Oh my goodness.
I've driven through
That's
it. It's a real
town?
fun.
In Australia?
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Wow.
Yeah. We have some fun names here.
Yeah.
Not bad. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. I can't believe we're done. We're rid of Elemenopy. We made it through the alphabet, as you can plainly see.
That is so adorable.
My eyes are getting blurry from the words that we have read. I'm kind of weary, so I think I'll go to bed. Beautiful, Rochelle said, beautiful illustrations. Good night. Sarah said she can be a mom, she can be a sister, grace and love. And Mike said, always good to ask how to pronounce the word if you don't know how to pronounce it. Learning that on the road trip, especially learning how to say Pascagoula, Mississippi. Yes,
yeah,
that is. And Bridget said, greetings from Port Arthur. So tell us what motivated you to write your book.
Well, my daughter was learning the alphabet and she was getting muddled up every time she got to the Elemenopy bit. And I don't know, like I just got this weird idea, and then I was talking to my son, and it just sort of came from that, like just came to me on the spot. So yeah.
So how long did it take you to write your book?
So it actually took me a very long time to write that book because it was written in rhyme. It was really, really hard to write. It took me 3 years to finish it, from the time of the idea to actually getting it out in print. Robin Katz is an amazing editor, and she made sure the rhyme was 100%. She helped me edit it, so I couldn't have done it without her. But yeah, writing in rhyme, it's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you did a great job.
Thank you.
So I have Marzelle say Q book, and she loves it. So here's my big question. Where can they get this book, Lisa, the Feel Good Alphabet book?
They can get that anywhere online. I have a website, LCO Productions.net. What, did I do it right? Wait a minute. It's my name. It's Lisa Calhoun Owen Productions.net. So you can get it on there, and I send it to you, and I package it in a really cute little packaging like this. And then they come with a write-up, and that's stickers. They both have stickers that come with the books. And I can autograph them to personalize them to wherever they want. So they can get it there, Amazon, Warren Publishing, anywhere where books are sold.
Perfect. And where can they find your book?
Amazon and Ingram Spark. So
Amazon and Ingram's, because I like to put it in there. Let's see if I see it in your book. Just Ingram. Oh, no. INGRAM.
Ingram Spark.
Yeah.
Ingram, and what was the second word?
Spark.
Spark, SPARK. Yeah.
Thank you.
I know them. I know them.
IngramSpark.com. IngramSpark.com.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just another publishing platform like Amazon KDP.
Right.
So
Perfect. So I'll put it up so they can have it, so they can purchase the book. So big takeaway from the Feel Good book. Now, Miss Laurel, but we'll still give you a takeaway just from the cover. What do you think about? So, Lisa, what is your biggest takeaway from this book?
My biggest takeaway is we all know the alphabet. It's such a simple thing and your mind is such a powerful tool. The power of your mind, the alphabet, and a little bit of imagination, you can use the alphabet to make yourself feel good about yourself and the world around you. Something very simple. Yeah.
Love that. What about you? Is it L'Oreal or Laurel?
Laurelle.
Laurel. Oh, jeez. Laurel. So, Laurel.
So my takeaway is that it's a beautiful cover. It's very serene, and I feel good just looking at the cover. So
I love it. So my biggest takeaway from this book is sometimes things that we take for granted, like the alphabet, have hidden messages. Mm-hmm. And sometimes we just need to take time and stop and listen to what people have to say, because sometimes it's more than what's pictured, like that little bird in your book. I mean, I didn't even
right.
But there's a little bird hidden on every page. So biggest takeaway, Laurelle from Jasper and Elemenopy. What's your biggest takeaway?
I guess, just overcoming your fears. Like my other book, Archie the Brave, it's about a little boy who's scared of a dog. So that's like a rational fear, like that's something that would be real. And whereas, who would be scared of the alphabet? It's pretty irrational, but anybody can have an irrational fear. So I suppose my biggest thing is that it doesn't matter what you're scared of, it doesn't matter what you're anxious about. With love and support, you can overcome it.
Love it. Lisa, what's your biggest takeaway from her book?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking when you were reading it, because a lot of kids, they do run the Elemenopy together, and then they get scared when they find out what it really, what was that one letter? Is that a whole? They don't know what it is. But you've made it into just a beautiful story, and you've got the thunderstorms in there. You've got things that kids are really scared of and anxious about, but they overcome it. And it's something very simple, just as my message is, something very simple can be overcome with positive thinking.
Yeah. So true.
Love that. My biggest takeaway from this book is our fears are real, no matter what they are. Mm. And it's nice to have someone to listen and address the fears, like his dad, because to him, Elemenopy was unknown. So it was scary. And sometimes we laugh at people's fear. I'm terrified of frogs. And people always laugh, but they look like they have teeth.
I might be weak on that one.
And so people laugh when they say it's just a little green frog. To me, it's 10 feet tall and it has fangs. And so just letting people address their fears in the best way possible. So your books, both books, have a lot of meaning. So we have some messages for you all. Good luck, Junior, from Miss Drummond. And you guys are making Mr. Poncho buy a bigger house for all of the And Olivia said thank you. That Junior said thanks. And then he emphasized, I need a bigger house for all of these wonderful books. So thank you so much. So I always like to leave a long message, or a short message, or a message that they won't forget. So I always say, if nobody else tells you, Dr. George loves you. Laurelle, you have a message you want to leave them with?
Be happy, be kind.
Love it. Lisa?
I always say, follow your passion and never give up and dream big.
Love that. So guys, I'll be back next Tuesday, which will be my first Tuesday back with my scholars. So I'm so excited. Can't wait to see you guys next Tuesday. Rochelle said, have a great evening. And well done, ladies. Great books for all to enjoy. Much success and many blessings. And Mike said, a message you say every week and every day at the school, Dr. George. It is. Colin Drummond said, thank you. Sarah said, thank you, Dr. George. Have a great first week. And Ms. Fehrenbacher said, thank you both for great books. So hope your sales pick up and everybody's listening buys your books. That helps authors. We love supporting authors. So guys, you can hang on for just a second and the messages are still coming in. Thank you, Ms. Drummond. So I'll go ahead and say good night and see you guys next Tuesday.